Hello guys, in this video I'm going to explain how to look at the market structure, when to buy and when to sell. So basically it's for me it's very simple, but for you guys it has to be simple as well. If you look at the chart, let's look at gold for example. My trading view is bugging out, but that's okay. What the fuck? Wait a minute, trading view. I'll do it again. Trading view has to open. Okay. Okay, I'm back at it again. Okay, now for example we see this. Here, this was our swing high, this was our swing low. But basically what I do, I look at the 4-hour structure. If it isn't that clean, like for example here, this is hard to actually see because this is your swing high, this is your swing low, and all this is some internal, but with session sweeps we can look at lower time frame, what do you call it, at lower time frame uh, market structure. So for example, we know this is a point where price can change. So we can look for sells until we're here, and then we look for buys. So we can use the direction with supply and demand, but we don't trade supply and demand, we trade session sweep. So we know this is a price, or this is a spot price can reject. So for now we are down because if you look at here, it breaks price, it breaks price, and here it doesn't break price, so we still look for sells. But then after here it broke, we look for buys, and then after here we still look for buys because it didn't break any low. So that's basically how simple it is. It's just very basic. If you think that's hard, what we can do is look at the 200 SMA. For example, I always have the 30-minute chart in front of me because for me that's easy. So we see the line of the SMA goes up, so it's in an uptrend. Here it's flat, so it's sideways. Here it goes down, so we look for sells. Here it goes kind of up, so we still look for ups. This is straight. Like it's basically that easy. But okay, what is the strategy? The strategy is actually very easy. We look for liquidity sweeps or session sweeps. So we know the price is up. What do? We look for buys. And what do we see? It wicked the low, and after the first white candle we enter and we target 1, 2, 3. So we basically here already got a 1, 2, 3. What do we see? It's still in an uptrend, it's still fine. No entries here, maybe here with a daily liquidity low. No daily liquidity low, but London, no, it didn't sweep its own low, so still not valid. But here I have to go back. We still look at here, price goes down, here price goes up. So the 50 minutes. So if we look at this, until here we'll look for buys. So here we look for buys. No sweeps. So here we start looking for sells. I see this is a hard one. This is not valid, sadly. So we don't see anything here. So here we start looking for buys. Not a lot happened here. This is a daily liquidity low. Oh, did it sweep the daily liquidity low? No. Did it sweep a session? No. This sweep the Sydney session, but I don't use the Sydney session sweeps. I don't like it. Oh, I didn't even sweep the Sydney session, so no, it's not valid. So you see, it doesn't happen that often. Oh, here you see a sweep, and price looks very bearish. We see a sweep. The first black candle we enter, stop loss above the wick. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so here's the same. It sweep the Asia session. We can still use this because the last session we use is a daily liquidity high or low. So for us, only a previous day. So this is our last session. We look for sweeps. So this is still valid. So you enter here, put stop loss above, 1, 2, 3, that's here. And basically here, a couple of days later, it targets your stop loss, or it takes your take profit. So we still don't see anything. Here we'll look for buys again, because price goes up. What do we see? This is our first white candle. Stop loss here, above here. You target 1 to 3, so this one we lost. Here we don't see any liquidity grabs. We see a liquidity grab here, and we lost it. And you know why? Because most of the candles that when the sweep happens after 30 minutes after the next session open, it loses. That's most of the time how it works, but eventually you will see it more often, so it gets easier. Also here you see this session sweep, but it doesn't look like a session sweep, but it is a session sweep. And why? Because the London is until 5, so it closes around here. So it sweeps the when the London is open or the New York is open on its own, it sweeps and it goes down. But I don't use it. I just look at the opens. So basically here, this is a new candle, so you don't enter it. It would probably be fine for a 1 to 3, but you don't take it. Here we'll look for buys. This is a fine buy to take. And what do we see? 1, 2, 3. Here we still look for buys. Do we see a previous session sweep? No, no, no. But this is basically how it works. It has around like a 49% win rate. This is also a trade you took, but this is probably a new candle, but it's still fine. 1, 2, 3. Didn't. Oh, 1, 2, 3. No, it's about the ID, but you see, this is sideways, so you can look at whatever you want. But you see, it's basically this easy. You only have to look at the but if you don't have the right direction of trading, it doesn't work. So if you lose like 2 or 3 trades in a row, you have to think about the direction if you're trading the right direction. So yeah, if you have the right direction, you know that you're winning most of the trades. So using a moving average, you can use it for trend based. So, but you also can basically just look at the chart and do it like this, and it's also fine. This one you lost because you enter here. You got stepped out here because you didn't get a 1 to 3. This is still fine because took out. Oh no, it didn't take out the liquidity low, but you could have looked until here. So if I'm going to explain it again really quick and really easy, we trade with the trend. I will write it down. We trade with the trend. We only want the session to wick out. The session has to wick out. We enter. We enter on the first candle with the trend. That's it. This is the only 3 things that are important. We target 1 to 3 or 1 to 2, whatever you want. The RR doesn't matter. Just pick one RR and keep doing it. That's basically it. Hopefully it helped. Hopefully it cleared some things up. Use it, backtest it, and you will see that it's helpful. So good luck with it and bye.